Hi friends, this is Pastor Harley with the Broadway Global Methodist Church. In Luke chapter 7 verse 22, Jesus has been questioned by John the Baptist's disciples, and he has one of these answers for them. He says, and he answered them, "Go and tell John what you have seen and heard. The blind receive their sight, the lame walk, lepers are cleansed, and the deaf hear. The dead are raised up. The poor have good news preached to them." You know, when we see these things happening, we need to understand there's a Jesus sighting going on. When somebody who's just been dead to all good things has suddenly come alive, and he's walking in God's favor, and he's singing, praising God, praying. He's been dead and he's come alive. When somebody finally sees what God's been calling to his heart and knocking on the door of his heart saying, "This, you let me in and we're going to do this work in you," and when that's finally happened, it is like the lame walking. It is like the leper being cleansed. You realize we get ourselves into such messes sometimes. Our lives are stained with the things that we've done that we can never make up, with the decisions we made that were bad. And Jesus touches our lives and says, "This now is changed. I am present in your life. It is no longer you who live, but Christ lives within you." You make a testimony to what God has done. And when Jesus tells John's disciples, you go back and tell John, this is happening. The dead are raised up. The good news is coming to those who need to hear it most. The blind see. Lepers are cleansed. All this is happening. And when you see Jesus at work, tell about him. When Jesus is at work in your heart, and that's the first work you're likely to see today, when he's working in your heart, name it before him, tell somebody else. Be blessed.